Hello and welcome back to my 100% walkthrough for A Link to the Past. We are standing in the sanctuary where we have rescued Zelda, and she's in the good hands of the minister right there. We are heading off to do some adventure, and we're gonna head off to the Kakariko village. But first I want to make a stop in the we're at the Lost Woods. Because we can get some goodies there. So these crows right here, they will fly towards you when they see you, but if you, for these two in particular, if you hold out your sword like this and you go towards them, and as soon as they start flying, well, usually I can get them both in one spin, but yeah, they take 2 hits, so I like to use spin attacks mainly to deal with those. This guy right here, I guess I'll cover that guy a bit later. There are a number of those in the world. So here's the Lost Woods. This is where the legendary Master Sword sleeps. By the way, those green guys, if you strike with your sword and you hit them, they will electrocute you. So what you want to do is either you want to use bushes or rocks, whatever you can, to throw at them to kill them, or you can stun them with the boomerang and then hit them. So, and this right here is a fake. It's not the Master Sword, so yeah, we're just gonna throw it away. Anyway, what we're here for is primarily this right here. This odd looking mushroom just sitting here in the middle of the grove here. Sweet. And then we have this little secret right here. If we fall in here, we can get our first heart piece. And heart pieces in this game, well, this is the game where heart pieces originated from. In the previous Zelda games, you got heart containers, which would increase your life by 1. In this game, they decided to split them up into 4 pieces. So we get heart pieces, you collect 4, as I said, and then it makes a heart container, and thus your life increases permanently. So this right here is a fortune teller. So if you have problems and don't know where to go, you can use a fortune teller, and he will sort of tell you where to go. But you have me for that, so we don't really need those guys. I might visit one later. This right here is a mine, and this is what happens when you step on it. Of course, it blows up. So in the bushes, as you can see right here, you can find both guards and mines. So you want to be a bit careful when you're mowing the lawn, I guess. Here is Kakariko village. And we want to head off to this hole right here, fall down. And first and foremost, we can get some bombs right here, which is awesome. Don't need a bomb bag for it in this game. So just lay a bomb, stay away from the explosion. And in here, you can get some rupees, some hearts, and another heart piece. Awesome. As well as a bunch of chests here. So all of them contains red rupees, but again, it's good. We need a lot of money, so. And we're gonna start right here with spending them. If you talk to this guy, he can sell you a bottle for 100 rupees, and it's well worth it. So again, in this game, this is the game where bottles were first invented, I guess, at least in the Zelda universe. They can hold a variety of items. Well, actually not that much, primarily potions, but you can also catch bees, which I guess I'll go through that later. This right here, if you talk to this guy, he will talk about a gang of thieves. And their leader's name was Blind, and he hated bright light. You do well to remember that for later in the game. But for now, we're just gonna do this. Lay down the bomb here. Also, I want to talk about this right here. This is kind of a puzzle. So I think if you were to leave this room right now, go upstairs and come back down, all these chests will be open and you wouldn't be able to get what's inside of them. So you want to get all of them in one pass, and this is how I always do it. There are numerous ways to solve this puzzle, but this is how I always do it. So go get 1, 2, 3, and 4. Awesome. No rupees went to waste. And we get more here, as well as another heart piece. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to tell you, the reason why we're here in the first place is because I'm trying to follow the story. And as you can see, there is a marking right here on the map. This is where we can inquire about Sahasrara, I guess. So let's go and talk to this old woman. Oh yeah, the elder. Okay, so she doesn't know where the elder is, so we need to find someone who does. And I think I know which person will tell you about the elder. Now, of course, you can skip all this. You don't need to go here first if you don't want to. But since you know, we're it's beginner friendly and all, I want to try to do as much stuff as possible, make it as legit, if you will, as possible. So I'm just gonna take my time here. You can bomb this shed out, and this is kind of like a restocking place. You can get some various stuff, bombs, some arrows, although we don't have a bow. But yeah, I just ran out of bombs, so it's a good thing I went there. Anyway, the person knowing about the elder, I think, is this guy right here. He's hiding in the palace to the east. Okay, so if we look at our map again, this is where we need to go now. So this right here is a shop, which you can use if you want to. I'm not interested. I'm not gonna be shopping very much, unfortunately. Primarily because I usually don't need to. Anyway, talking to this kid, he's sick and he can't go out, but he will lend me my his bug catching net. So that's awesome. You might wonder what we're supposed to use that for, but we'll see later. And if you go into the back of this bar right here, we can get another bottle for free this time. And we have a cuckoo right here. Speaking of which, speaking of cuckoos, I guess, there's certain ladies in this town that if you talk to them, they will call the guards on you because you are wanted for having kidnapped Zelda, as you can see right here. So yeah, some NPCs will call the guards on you, which is not very nice, but yeah. You know what, I'm gonna come back to this place later. I was thinking about maybe getting another heart piece, but I'm gonna wait. So we're gonna go into the next palace, or the first palace actually, with 4 hearts. But it should be okay. It's not that bad. And I would like to do it in this episode, so let's head over there now. I guess I realize now as I'm walking that I missed some stuff I could have shown you in Kakariko village, but I guess we can get back. Well, we are gonna get back there later, I think, so I could show you some more stuff then. Basically, we got everything we wanted out of Kakariko village, so for the moment. So anyway, just keep following this path, and we'll get to the palace called the Eastern Palace. very appropriately. There we go. These are Octoroks, and they spit rocks, just like they did in the first game. But they're kind of upgraded this time. Here is the Elder, named Sahasrara. Only the ones with the pendants can wield the sword. And he will give me a magical artifact if I can get the pendant from the palace. So let's go and do that. Let's go and get the pendant. These guys are Armos knights or Armos statues. They will come to life when you get close to them. So we're gonna have to deal with this guy. As you can see, they're pretty strong. But you can just ignore most of them if you want to. I like to stun this guy and then attack him cowardly. And here we are. The first palace. So you just want to head up, straight up. This. You can kill all these guys without even moving. Well, you have to move upwards, but... And I hate this part. Dodging these, I don't know, marbles. I'm not sure what you call them. Cannonballs, maybe. But if we go up here, we have a chest with 100 rupees. Very, very nice. And I like to take the long way back, rather than go through that again. So, and we're gonna head off to the right first. You have to step on a lot of switches in this palace. These guys, Stalfoses, as you can see, they will jump anytime you try to attack them, but you can actually use your boomerang, and not to stun them, to actually hit them and deal damage, which is very nice, and I like to use that. It takes twice as many hits, but it's fine. So here's the map. Guess we can take a look at it. This is how the dungeon looks. Only 2 floors. And it's not very big. Whoa, that was an interesting way of climbing a staircase. First time I've seen that. Alright, so off to the... to the left here. Took me a while to think of the word. And here, if you pick up this spot right here, a bunch of Stalfoses will spawn. The best way to kill these guys is with pots, actually. So if you have them available, use that to kill them. Way easier than having to slash at them or use the boomerang. Here's the compass. So now we have all of those things, the map and compass. Obviously very important. These guys right here, the Igors, they will come to life when you get close to them, and again a pot is the best way to dispose of them, otherwise I think they take quite a bit of hits. And they go to sleep again, so it's just annoying. Yeah. Wow, 8 hits. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, so we get some dark rooms. They make a comeback after having been gone from Zelda 2. We just want to get this key right here in this pot. There are a bunch of pots in here, but I guess most of them don't really have anything. So there's a heart in one of them if you want to, if you need it. But yeah, those guys right there, by the way, those are actually anti-fairies. And when they hit you, they will take away 1 heart of damage as well as some magic, so want to be careful around them. So here we got a bunch of different enemies. We have to kill all of them in order to make these anti-fairies move from this pot, because we actually need to get to this pot, because it actually has a switch underneath it, so it's very important. But as I said, be careful and try not to get hit. They are so annoying. But oh man, yeah, bad situation. Sometimes you just can't really help it. It just happens, but it's fine. These things, by the way, yeah, you can talk telepathically to Sahasrara. Which I guess could be nice. There we go, and here is the big chest. Now, as I said in the last episode, you need the big key in order to open these chests, and we get the bow, which is a very powerful weapon. Oh, by the way, I also want to do this. I want to jump down into these pots right here, because you can get some fairies, and fairies, well, first of all, they will heal you, and if you catch one, you can put it in a bottle, and if you happen to die, they will revive you with 8 hearts, so that is pretty neat. And I like to use it as a safety measure. I usually don't die when I play this game, but sometimes I do. And as you can see, I killed those Igors with one arrow, so like that, and one of them holds the key, so right here we just have to hit that switch. In this room we sort of have to kill the Igors, but you can actually do this, because they all like sort of stand on a switch, or they hide a switch, and only one of them is right. Here you go to the upper left right there, and just get out of that room as quick as you possibly can. These red Igor statues you can't actually hit with your sword, you can't kill them with pots, you can only kill them with arrows, and they take 2. So, and I like to face away from the door here, hold the charge, the spin attack, go into this next room, and boom. Always very satisfying to do that. And there we go. So, in the next room we have the boss, so you can restock on arrows and hearts if you need them. And let's go fight the first boss, the Armos Knights. So I like to stand about here and then just pummel them with arrows. Take 3 each. You can also hit them with your sword if you want to. They take 8 hits each if you do. The last guy, as you can see, he will become red and sort of jump after you. But again, if you keep the pressure on him, he won't be able to do very much. And there we go. First pendant is ours, as well as a heart container. And it's the Pendant of Courage. Okay, so before I end this episode, I am gonna talk to Sahasrara again and get that magical artifact. It's the Pegasus Boots. No, the Pegasus shoes. I see. Okay, so before we end this episode, as you saw, there was a cracked wall here. If the crack is big enough, you can use your Pegasus boots, which, by the way, I know I'm kind of forgetting to tell you things because I'm just so... I've played this game too many times that I take everything for granted, but you can actually sprint with them like this, and you can bonk into walls. Of course, you hold your sword out so you can hit enemies with it too. And as I said, if you have a really big crack in the wall, you can just use your Pegasus boots and dash into the wall instead of using a bomb. So anyway, here we get 100 rupees and some bombs. And in this little room, I will end this particular episode. So thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye now.